Hello, welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle, and I am doing a reading. It's raining here, where I am, and I love the rain so much. And I thought, how about if I do a rain reading? So I walked a little ways from my house, found a place that is slightly sheltered from the rain. And I'm going to do a little reading for the collective that is rain themed. So, the first question is, let's see if I can remember. What is the rain washing away? What is the rain washing away in your life right now? I am using my trusty Osho Zen Tarot. What is the rain washing away for the collective right now? Ooh, integration. This is temperance, Sagittarian energy. Integration. Tell me more. Comparison. 5 of clouds. Intensity. No, what is that? That is the page of fire. Let me get one more. Politics. This one keeps coming out. 7 of clouds. Okay. So there have been situations that have potentially caused you to feel like you needed to compare yourself. Maybe this is just something that you do sometimes. It's very common. And it's the idea that you can't really compare apples and oranges. You can't really compare bamboo and a tree. They're both strong and solid in their own ways. Kind of seeing it's like learning to see your own worth, not in comparison to others. But there has been a lot of this, and it's so interesting that this intensity is here, because it kind of feels like this comparison and possibly dealing with someone who has not great intentions, or this could even be you, but there's something happening here. This figure is part of an arrow. It's going into the light. And so there's all of this intensity around wanting to. It could be about having a goal. It could be about leaving stuff behind, old habits, old ways of thinking, that kind of thing. And also leaving any situations behind that you realize aren't supportive, at the very least. Could be detrimental to you, your lifestyle, your whatever. And so with all of this, hold these up one more time. So we have all this. This is what is being washed away, and you're integrating all of your experiences. You're kind of looking at the light and the shadow. You're not choosing to ignore the lower vibrational stuff because it doesn't feel good. You're saying, well, yeah, that's a part of life. That's a part of me too. And I mean, that's the thing, life reflects back to us what's going on within us. So, we get a great mirror effect. And so you're seeing very clearly how certain ways of thinking, being, doing haven't served you, or in some cases they have, like with this intensity. But also that intensity could be, doing something at the cost of your own peace, or the need to rest. Anyway, This is good. I really like to see. It's like somebody who is finally coming into the understanding that of their own worth. Yay. So, next question. What is the rain bringing in? What is the rain bringing in? Five of Fire, totality. Okay, Nine of Water, laziness. Oh, I see. Okay, this is the King of Water, healing. Oh, and we have the Knight of Rainbows, adventure. One of my most favorite words. So it feels like what's happening here is you are moving away from this kind of energy. There's an ignoring that's happening here because there's all these pokey things at this guy's back, but he's pretending everything's fine with his slippers and his robe and his little drink. And this, whether this is what you're walking away from or healing from, or this is some kind of an energy that you've been in, you're healing, and there's a full kind of system upgrade that's happening here. And what it's doing is it's stripping away this laziness. Stripping away, is that the right way to say it? It's like, I think it's more that it's just changing your priorities. Because with this heart opening here, once the heart starts to open, priorities automatically change. When the heart is open, this kind of thing, it's not really tolerable anymore. And so you're stripping away, you're saying, okay, I don't need the slippers and the soft pillow and the drink. I just need myself, and I'm ready to go on an adventure. And with that big, beautiful heart of yours, walking into, who knows, all the rainbow connection. And there's a handing off here, this totality. There's a letting go, and there's a reaching for and grabbing for the new. Yeah. This could be a new connection that's coming in. This could be the totality of the experience of the adventure, where, as you go on an adventure, like you keep kind of moving from one thing to the next, you keep getting handed off. An intentional handing off, of course, that makes it sound like, it's out of your control. This is all very practiced. This is all very, it's like you've been practicing, whether you knew it or not. And you're ready. It's like you were able to drop the safety harness and go without, because you know that you're taken care of. You're going to be caught. Yeah. So this is all about feeling supported. First off, by yourself, feeling excited for something new, something that's over the hill that you're walking toward, with an energy of curiosity and excitement, optimism, childlike wonder. What is that rainbow? I want to go see. Love this. So then the final question is, how do you stay open while your umbrella is still up? How do you stay open while your umbrella is still up? Eight of Fire, traveling. Keep going, keep exploring. keep that mind open, that heart open. I don't know, the way this looks, it's like once that heart opens, it's not closing again. Seven of Water, projections. I was just thinking about this whole concept of projecting not that long ago. And it's such an interesting concept. It's something that we often do. Consciously or unconsciously. And I was thinking about in my case in particular, there have been some things that have happened with people in the recent past where what they were kind of accusing me of, I realized was what they were actually doing, or was their it was something they would do, not necessarily that they did do, but it was more their come on brain, yeah, they were projecting onto me what they knew they would do in that situation, which wasn't a good thing. And I'm like, why would they think I did that? Or would do that? Oh, because it's not me they're actually talking about or seeing. So well, let me get one more. We've got no thingness. We've got a lot of cards coming out in this read that have been coming out. This is the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. How to stay open while your umbrella is still up. Let me get one more. Yep, see, they all keep coming out, these same cards. This is the Knight of Water. We do have a lot of water here. We have a lot of emotions. We also have a lot of fire. Got some steam going on. So we have understanding here. Okay, so how to keep yourself open while your umbrella is still up. Basically staying open while still protected. It's about not projecting or being mindful. We can't always help it, but being mindful about what you are putting on others. Whether you're idealizing them or you're thinking they're going to be a certain way or do a certain thing. Possibly being mindful, is that coming from me, or is that something that maybe they've actually shown that they might do? Or is it all just in my head? Anyway, it's kind of being willing to see, or to try to see what is actually there, rather than projecting onto that. And there's something about letting yourself go into the void. I always think of this as the void, this no-thingness. This is where all possibilities exist and where new things are born from. And what this is telling me is that you're finding a way out. First of all, you're finding a way out of your cage. You're being shown the way, or you're discovering the way on your own, but there are friends, or there's a group, somebody's waiting for you on the other side and are even beckoning you. And so there's something about being open to new experiences, a new tribe, new group, new people, where you feel like you belong, where you're less likely to be projected onto, or feel like you're going to project onto them, because there's a lot of authenticity here. This is something, that's new and different and fun. There's a lot of freedom here. This is knowing that you can feel free to fly in a new direction, even while still maintaining some amount of peace, balance. there's definitely an optimism here, and there's this. It's like once you have this understanding that you aren't trapped anymore, you can go wherever you want, and a lot further and farther than you ever thought you could. Then it's like, all right, then I'm gonna go explore. I'm gonna go on the adventure. Keep being curious. Keep leaning in to the adventure, to what's around the next corner. It's not, we don't always, like, we usually don't know, and it can be a little unsettling when we don't know, when we face the unknown, I should say. But with that childlike mindset, it's more like, ooh, I'm excited to see what comes next, rather than being afraid of what's around the corner. So this is amazing. I'm going to pick one more just to, I don't know, finalize. Okay. 5 of Rainbows, Outsider. I'm not going to end on that, though. I cannot end on that. Ah, there it is. Transformation. This is Scorpio energy. This is you transforming. You used to feel like an outsider, possibly. Maybe there was a specific situation that you were dealing with, or maybe this is something that you've carried with you for a lifetime, maybe many lifetimes. And this is all coming to an end. Okay, so check this out. So this kid is looking through the gate and is like, I want to get to the rainbow. And what you have done is you have basically, through this transformation, through breaking the chains, coming into balance, integrating all your experiences, you're saying, oh, I'm not supposed to go in this doorway. In fact, you know, with this gate here, it kind of makes me think of this cage. Suddenly, it's like you were trapped and you couldn't get out. This makes it feel like you want to get inside, and maybe you thought you did, but in fact, it was something that was, it was the trap itself, maybe, that desire to be somewhere where you couldn't go to. And then once you gain your freedom, you go through this transformation and you go, oh, I'm going to go where there is no gate or walls. I'm going to go in a whole new direction. This is being a trailblazer. And knowing that you weren't supposed to go here in the first place. There's a reason for it. You know, rejection is protection. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, whether it is rainy or sunny or whatever it's doing. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah.